friends, you're in my kitchen and welcome to another edition of Cooking with Cliff. I'm your host, Cliff. Today we're going to do another dessert episode. We're going to make some cupcakes. I mean, who doesn't like cupcakes? They're soft, they're moist, they have a nice, beautiful, sweet topping. And when I found out that you can make cupcakes using a diet soda in place of the eggs and the oil, and you cut a lot of the fat and the calories out, that damn near blew my mind. I didn't even think it was possible, but I tried it. It wasn't too bad. So I thought, this might make a good, interesting episode. So let's take a couple minutes. We'll go through everything that you need, and we'll make ourselves some cupcakes. Now, in the past, I've had a habit of saying things are easy and simple to make, and then after doing the episode, I realized, maybe it wasn't as easy or simple to make as I thought. But really, this is going to be the easiest recipe to ever make. All you need, cake mix. Doesn't matter what kind. Again, I'm not here to endorse any products. The mix itself means nothing, but you just need a cake mix and a can of diet soda. Now the key here is that you want to match the cake and the soda together as close as possible when it comes to the flavor. So if you had a chocolate cake, you'd want a Diet Cola. In this case, I have a white cake. So I'm using I've covered the label, but you can use Sprite, 7-Up, whatever the no-name brands are, but you generally want to go that way. If you're going to use a spice cake, maybe match it with a ginger ale. Orange cake or a lemon cake, lemon cake you can match it up again with the Sprite or the 7-Up. Or if it's going to be an orange cake, then obviously you can match it up with an orange soda. But basically, that's the only two ingredients you need for the cake itself. Now, as for the topping, you could go with icing, or you could cut things back drastically with some really low-fat Cool Whip or a dessert topping. And instead of sprinkles, I got these little cocoa bits here. These are made with cocoa instead of just straight sugar, so they're actually a little bit healthier for you than just putting sprinkles or candies on the top. Now, as for the items that you're going to need, you'll need a mixing bowl, which I didn't dig out, but I think everybody knows what a mixing bowl looks like. You use a spoon, you can use a whisk, doesn't matter what size spoons you have, or you can use an electric mixer to make things a little quicker. And lastly, you're going to need a cupcake pan, or you can make a cake, but I'm going to do cupcakes. You can have the full dozen, or you can put together 2 6s, or you might even need a dozen and a 6, who knows. And this is always helpful to have yourself some liners. That way there you don't have to clean the pan out as much as you need to. As you can see with some of my old pans, things have spilt and they stain, and that's pretty well where they sit. And never hurts to have some cooking oil as well. So let's get mixing, and we'll get this stuff in the oven. Okay, so I have a mixing bowl, or in this case I have I guess this would be more of a big measuring cup type of mixing bowl, but I'm going to use this because it has a spout, and if there's a pet peeve of mine, it's when I make cupcakes, I get the mixture and the batter all over the edge of the pan, and it's just an extra pain to clean. So I'm going to try this guy out and see if it helps ease my pain. So you just basically take the cake mix, take it out of the package. Easy as that. And then you add some soda. It can be cold, it can be room temperature, it doesn't have to be flat. As you can see here, this is freshly opened because there's lots of fizz. Actually, you do want the pop to be carbonated, because the carbonation is actually what helps rise the cupcakes. I'm looking for the proper term, but I'm sure you know what I mean. It's going to cause the cupcake to rise. Again, I'm short on words, and since I already have my mixture together, it's not like I could say cut and do it again, because cooking with Cliff is cooking on the fly. There's no cuts and retakes. If I mess up, well, that episode is scrapped. I was going to use my electric mixer, but that would have been a little loud. And aside from putting a music track on there or something, I didn't want to go through that. So basically you just mix everything together carefully, not to spill it. It does seem like there's a lot of liquid in here, but It'll take a minute for the batter to thicken once you get all the dry ingredients incorporated. So we're just going to mix things up here. Alright, as you can see, I don't know if you can see past my left hand, this now resembles a cake batter. It's a little thick, a little dense. There's a few little lumps in there. If I was using an electric mixer, you probably wouldn't see those, but it's not going to hurt anything. So from there, just put this out of sight, out of mind. There, you grab your muffin tin or cupcake tin, whatever you want to refer to it as. You're going to add a generous spray. Because with the one thing I noticed when I made these, where I wasn't using any oil, the cake had a tendency to stick to the paper. Didn't come off as clean, so you want to make sure you get a good generous spray. So now from here, I'm going to try my luck to fill these guys without messing up my pan. Only needed about 3/4 of the way or so. These will rise, but we'll see if I get a dozen out of it. And I think that's going to do it. I think we got about 12 evenly filled. There's actually probably enough in here. I could do a couple more. I'll probably throw some in the other pan. See, some of the paper came in on itself a little bit, but that's okay. That's going to happen. None of them will be perfect. I will just take some of them off of the edge of the pan. Having it cook on the edge of the pan can be a bit of a nuisance to clean off, and as I showed you at the beginning, you see I got a couple pans with a little bit of a stain on them, and that's a bit of a pet peeve of mine. So I'm going to try to clean the pan a little bit, but basically there's your 12 cupcakes, or 13 or 14, whatever you get out of the mixture. The best part about this is, I know everybody probably loves to eat cake batter. That's probably a bit of a gross out to some, knowing that there's raw eggs inside. The best part about this is knowing that it's just cake mix and soda. You could eat that batter and not have any worries about having raw eggs in your system. And you know, nothing. It's not a whole lot much better than, you know, licking the spoon from a cake batter. Well, maybe other than sex, I guess. But anyway, let's get these bad boys in the oven. Alright, so you would follow the directions for the cake mix, no different than you would if you made it normal. It says to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Hopefully you can see that without being too blurry. And it should take about 20-25 minutes to cook. Might want to keep an eye on it. Sometimes, you know, as they always say, ovens do vary in temperature. So usually around the 20-minute mark, I will give it a little poke with a knife and see if any of the batter comes off. But otherwise, we should have some delicious cupcakes really soon.
Having trouble climbing the social ladder is trying to find a date a humiliating experience. Are you the butt of practical jokes?
Hey, Pump!
Are bullies leaving you a few dollars short? Sounds like you need a new image.
Yeah.
You need the I'm a Cool Guy t-shirt. Composed of space-age material, each shirt is handcrafted with 90% polyester and 10% cotton, and is pre-shrunk to suit your every comfort. So now, when life's ordinary misfortunes occur, just say, hey, I'm a cool guy.
What a cool guy.
They don't have the shirt.
Get your I'm a Cool Guy t-shirt for only $20. Order within the next 30 seconds and receive the I'm Number 1 hat absolutely free. Think of the possibilities this shirt can do for you.
There's a beautiful tea towel one of my fans gave me. Thank you, Kathleen. I love it. Let's have a look over, see the cupcakes. Oh, look at that. They've risen a little bit. They're not quite there. They're still very white on top. You're looking for a golden brown, but they have risen, so you can see that the soda has worked. It has activated the ingredients inside the cake mix, and they've now risen. So we're only probably a few minutes away, and we'll get these out of the oven. These will come out sooner than you can say. Buggin' Nutters. We have ourselves some cupcakes. There we go. Golden brown. Nice rounded tops on them. Those things look nice. I got 13, so there's my snack. That's my trial one. I've done these in the. I've done one of these before. I did chocolate with cola. The one thing I found about it is that if you use like a no-name version of the cola or the brand, the non-brand names, I find the cola taste is a little strong. So you might want to experiment with the different types of diet sodas, but we'll see how these ones turn out. Now, most people would take it out and put it on the stove. You have to have these cool before you add the Cool Whip to them, or the Cool Whip will just liquefy and drip off. So, if you have cooling racks or pot racks, but just take them off the stove. The sooner you get them away from the heat, the quicker they'll cool down. I'm going to give these a few minutes, and then I'll actually take them out of the pan, put them on the rack. That'll help speed up some of the cooling process. But basically, you want these cool, room temperature. That way, when you add the whipped topping on top, nothing will leak away. So, just going to patiently wait, which is going to be hard. But I will wait and let these guys cool down, and then we'll add some topping, and it'll be chow down time. And here's our cupcakes on the cooling rack. I've taken them out of the pan, helped speed things up for cooling them down. As I mentioned, pulling them out of the oven, they do have a nice golden brown look to them. Probably could have flipped the pan halfway through. As you can see, it kind of went from light to a golden. This is the 13th one that I had by itself, so it got a nice golden brown on it. But basically, I'll just put one aside. Take one here. Now, the serving of whipped topping is usually about 3 tablespoons. I don't really need that much, but knowing that I can put that much on there, it's nice. It's an option. So, I'm just going to take a little bit. I mean, it's not going to frost the same way as icing would. Icing is nice and thick, and it's it's dense, where this is light and fluffy. But it's going to serve the same purpose. So just put that down there. Then I got my coconut or cocoa sprinkles. Just going to give it a little bit there. That'll just give it a little look. It looks like a cupcake now. It has some chocolate flavor too. So pull that up there. Where we go? Right there. That's not too bad. I think that looks pretty tasty. Do a taste test. Oh, yeah, that's pretty damn good. I can't tell there's cola, or in this case pop in there. Nice and soft. Moist. I think I need some alone time now, so for another edition of Cooking with Cliff, we'll see you next time, and good eating, everyone. Oh God. See ya.